Hello, this is Teresa Almeida Dessa, and I am in Group G. I am going to show you how to create a book, a simple book with 2 or 3 chapters. Now, we're in the general practice area, and you can see here at the top, you have the Turn Editing On button. You need to click that to be able to add an activity. Just click that. According to your connection, it may take longer. So now you see the Turn Editing Off button. It means that you're ready to start editing, adding an activity, etc. So I'm scrolling down and I'm already in my playground, in my area that I created in order to be able to practice. So let us click on Add an Activity or Resource, and in this new window we are going to Resources and we're going to check Book, and then we click Add at the bottom. We are now in the page that will enable us to create our book, or to start creating our book. So let's call it a practice book here in the name, and say that this book is to show my Group G colleagues how to create a simple book. When I created my first book, that was the time I explored this tool to a certain extent, not deeply. I did not do anything on display description on course page, and I did not change the appearance or any of these other fields. So I just clicked on Save and Display, and we're waiting to see what happens. And we have our first chapter. We are ready to add our first chapter. Let's call it First Steps. And I am not going to include a subchapter. I am just going to say that this is a chapter for the basic steps of creating a new book. As you can see in the format bar, we have different icons, different features that we can add, like an image, some video, etc. But I am not going to do that. I am just going to highlight basic steps and put it in bold. And then I go to the bottom and I click Save Changes. As you can see here on the left in Table of Contents, we have a number 1 and then First Steps, the title I gave to my chapter. I still don't know how to eliminate that number 1, but I will get to that, not in this screencast. Then, if I want to add another chapter, in front of my first chapter we have 4 icons, and this plus sign means add a new chapter. So I am going to click that, and again we have a second chapter. Let's just call it Next Steps, and a description this chapter is for other steps we need to consider when creating a book. Once again, I go down and save changes. As you can see, I have my second chapter here with the number 2. Once again, eliminating those numbers is a step I have to explore and find out how to get to that. You can also see that we can move the chapters around, up and down. We can delete chapters, we can hide chapters, and we can edit chapters. So if we want to go and edit something in chapter 1, let's click edit, and we are back in our chapter 1, and I could say um, hope my instructions are clear throughout. And once again, I'm not going to insert any media because it's just the same way as we do in any other page in Moodle. And let's stop here and again click Save Changes. So as you can see, we have added the second sentence. Now you can also notice that we have arrows pointing to the left and to the right. To the left we cannot click because there is nothing. This is the first chapter, but we can click the arrow to the right and it will take us to chapter 2. Once again, if we want to edit, we need to come to this cogwheel icon and click there, and that's it. So now that we are ready, I would say that we need to seems I forgot what we need to do, but I think we need to click on Teresa's Playground here at the top in the path. As you can see, I'm in Teresa's Playground practice book, so let's click Teresa's Playground and see what happens. And so we can see that the practice book that I just created is in my playground, and so everything went well. And the only thing I need to do now, because I'm not going to add any other resource or activity, is to go to the top of the page, top right, and click on Turn Editing Off, so that again it will be ready for any editing, any new editing that I need to do. I hope this has been helpful, and I will leave this in the respective forum and await your comments.